about the latest development in the world, in politics, and what happened with Earth in USA. We have 10 people killed. Again, 10 people killed in USA. It's flooding. So at least we're gonna read together. At least 10 deaths amid major storm, severe flash floods in eastern USA. So this is actually yesterday. Today it is on the news. Yesterday it happened, I believe. More than 100 million Americans were under weather alerts on Sunday. So yesterday it was raining a lot, and in eastern USA, and we have 10 people killed in America. You see here, people, it's not about war all the time. We need to take care of our Mother Earth. Some people talk about climate changes. I agree there's climate changes. I don't deny that. But the reason for that is yet to be discussed and agreed upon. Because people and different organizations, they have a different understanding what's going on Earth when it is about weather and climate change and stuff like that. We know that it's called house effect, and because if you have a lot of volcanoes can affect the weather, and we have a lot of volcanoes ongoing, and also we have talk about magma. We have the volcano in Santorini in Italy. In Greece, sorry, it's been ongoing, and today we had a 5-point magnitude in Santorini. So this is earthquake swarm in Greece have been ongoing since the 1st of February. So today it is 17, so 17 days non-stop earthquakes, varies from 4 to 5, but of course we are afraid that it will continue and it will increase. So imagine we have an ongoing 5-point magnitude. It will create a tsunami, and we are very afraid for the Mediterranean, eastern coast of the Mediterranean, Israel, Lebanon, Palestine, Syria, and even Africa, North Africa, Egypt, Libya, and Tunisia. So this is because the earthquake location is very near Cyprus, and we know that there's no way for the water to go, otherwise to swallow the coastline of the Eastern Mediterranean coastline. And we know that Israel, they have started the preparation in case tsunami hits. So this is in USA. We have 10 people killed because it was raining. You see here the picture. So more than 100 million Americans were under alert Sunday for flooding, mudslides, snow, and strong winds as dangerous winter weather left tens of thousands without power through the south and contributed at least 10 deaths. There were 9 reported storm-related fatalities in Kentucky and 1 in Georgia, officials said. Heavy rain continued to produce serious flooding against part of the southern United States on Sunday. Rapidly rising flood waters, roadways, and evacuations. 8.5 inches of snow in even New York. We have this lot of storms. So a lot of problem with water in Kentucky, Tennessee, West Virginia, and North Carolina. So these places are flooded. So every time it's raining and storm, but of course, I believe it has something with the water in the sea. And of course, the water in the sea, it goes up and goes down. We know that also the moon and the gravity affect the water. And of course, we have this issue with strange weather and climate change is debated. And we know that USA President Trump, he don't agree that is something is ongoing like the climate change. So this is why I believe USA have quit supplying money and joining these organizations that try to uh, decrease the amount of pollution produced by the factories in the industrial countries mainly and in the world. So that's why we have this problem with, if it is an issue, it is issue for the whole world, for the global world, and this is like the disease. And we talk about other diseases and before, and we know that we are not supposed to talk about it. So I'm gonna read it without saying the name of the supposedly this stuff. So EBOLAvirus panic in New York City after multiple suspected cases spark emergency response. So this is yesterday as well. We have also some kind of VIRUS. Two suspected ABOLA patients were transported from a New York City care facility to a hospital for treatment after they exhibited symptoms of the deadly and incurable disease. The patient was transported from a city a medical department on East. So this is in New York, and imagine all people, they are very afraid of stuff like that. Officials suspected they may have EBOLA, INFECTIONs, because the patients had recent travel from Uganda, where there is a current outbreak of the disease, according to New York. So they didn't have this one. They did not have EBOLA. So it is some kind of disease, but they don't know what it is. It is unknown what illness, but patients may be suffering, but sources told the post-infection may be NORO virus. So yet we have to comment. We need to some comment about this stuff. NORO virus is very contagious. VIRUS, vomiting and diarrhea. Stomach. So this is influenza people. So this is inflammation that cannot be stopped. So this stuff, if it is like spreading or not, we yet to need to have information about that. It's very like fresh news. We don't have a lot of sites commenting or talking about this yet, but we should wait. I have some pictures for you from spaceship of King Anu, and I'm gonna talk about what's happening in the world, latest development with this in the Middle East and Ukraine and Russia and stuff like that. So let's start here. So these ones you have seen. So yeah, you have seen this one. So let's see the new one. I'm gonna finish. So this ones you have seen. This is the morning star. It was so you have to separate one to the left and one to the right. And here we have a spaceship of Keanu. I'll try to so don't have reflection. I talked about reflection problem because of another one. So you see the amazing colors and the detail. And here is one. And then you have it here as well. And you see here people, it's like amazing colors. You see here spaceship. So this is 15 February. And this is a spaceship here up top. You see? This is you see people, this is a real, this is spaceship of King Anu or Anos, the Most High. And this is you see here what is there. So you make a connection directly when you see this stuff. You connect the dots, like they say. But I've been watching this for a long time, so I know that. I know that it was for me. I was unsure in the beginning, but of course, then yeah, I knew that it was belonging to the Most High. So it started like 3 years ago, and it was amazing first time. And then I saw a lot of sightings, and every time I see a sighting, I share. And sometimes it happens like sometimes I collect pictures. So here we have it again. So so when you have it live, you lose a lot of the details, but people like the live, I believe, because the live broadcast when we see spaceship, because we see how it is moving, actually how it is doing stuff in the sky while flying, like staying in one place, disappearing, uh, yeah, doing a lot of stuff that regular man-made aircrafts cannot do. Not even a drone and stuff can do this stuff. And here we have more. And here, and this one we've seen also this stuff. People was very strange to see in the sky. I don't know what I think about that. I believe this is some kind of from a distance. If you're looking at here is of course not seen with naked eyes. So here I believe this is me. And this is here we have also this stuff. But you have seen this stuff. So this is old. This one also is very nice. You see that it is made of different colors. We have Ben. And here we have a spaceship looking. I don't know. You see it? See what's behind. So, and here we have it as well. Can make it big. See that? And then we have this one. Here. Can make this one big. See? So this stuff, people, I believe many like talk about. I believe in that UFO. But recently I've been not having a lot of views. I don't know why. Because this subject is taboo actually, and they don't want like people to talk about it because it will affect so-called sky religions who deny the existence of other creatures. They believe only humans exist and stuff like that. And they do that just like they don't tell about what's because they don't want to have panic. The religions, I mean, they like political. I don't know. Of course, we have the serpent in the Holy Bible. This is extraterrestrial, and but of course they don't treat. They believe the serpent is the devil, and the devil is one of kind and stuff like that. So they don't see. But then we have the seed of serpents, and this is the existence of the extraterrestrials among us, and they have the technology to hologram. Talked about this one before. So this is spaceship of King Anu. Do you see what's behind people? You cannot deny this one. See the different colors, what's going on in the sky. So yeah, the leaders they seem to have been fighting and all the time, and of course they are fighting, but this knowledge they agreed not to tell above because knowledge is not good, just like sex. For humans, they believe if we take out freedom to have sex and we put this some kind of you need to do this and that to get sex or to have sex and somebody you need to come to the church and like a priest and allow you to be married and they put a ring on your finger and you put a ring on her finger, your wife and stuff like that. This is some kind of yeah, you need to do stuff to get sex, to allow to be get to allow to get sex. So yeah, so this is just like uh, knowledge. You are not allowed to get knowledge because some knowledge they believe it is dangerous. Because if people believe in that stuff, they know that the issues they are discussing actually is a non-issue, nonsense. Because they are trying to determine Earth richness to divide it equally among them. But of course, we don't care about the richness. What is Earth rich with, like this economic, where they can have resources and stuff. But of course, we know that you need to have also relation to the mother because the mother is feeling stuff and we don't feel what she's feeling. And of course, this is because the earth is connected to the heaven. It's dependent on heaven, on rain, dependent on the sun, dependent on all this stuff. And when some changes occur in the sun, for example, it affects Earth directly. So here we have spaceship. So Earth feel that and becomes like sometimes we have a lot of volcanoes, earthquake, and magma. You need to have a understanding why this stuff is ongoing, like science, and we need to know why the real reason. And before you are like fighting for something, we don't have guarantee it will exist like long time because we don't know what will happen with our planet if it is exposed to a dangerous development in the cosmos. See here this picture. It can go very fast, and just to have a awareness, you cannot do much. I know that, but it's not about panic or not. It's about just knowing knowledge. You know, knowledge to have knowledge is better not to have knowledge. But of course, some may get panic, and we don't want that. So of course, it's not allowed to be afraid in the Bible. Holy Bible say those who are afraid are not going to heaven because you cannot be afraid if you believe in God because God can deliver us from that day that is coming soon. So if you believe, you don't have to be afraid. And when something new happening in the sky and stuff is crazy everywhere, you have God. He will help you out. He will protect you. And God is, this is what He promised. If you believe, you're gonna get the eternal life. You're gonna have the crown of life by God if you resist it until the end. You need to resist because you know that time is hard and you need to survive. And without like becoming engaged in this sacrifice, worship. We saw that in Gaza, in the Holy Land, and in Ukraine. So now we talk peace, and President Trump will meet President Putin, or they have already talked, and they're gonna check. They're gonna meet the so-called envoy department, the foreigner department in Saudi Arabia, Russia, and USA. They're gonna meet in Saudi Arabia. I don't know if Ukraine is invited, but of course it is about how they're gonna solve that one. And Ukraine feel maybe they've been feel like they kept in the dark, and because of the money, and they need to have their money, but back to USA because otherwise USA will not support their struggle against Russia in Ukraine. And even we know that Ukraine invaded some parts of Russia, so they're gonna swap the regions. But of course, it's not like that because some regions is more they looking about if the region is that we're rich in minerals and in like gold and stuff. So this is how they have assumed the Americans. I believe that these regions in Ukraine will never be freed with the Ukrainian military. Even they got support from USA and Europe. They are not gonna do it like Crimea. It will be for Russia, and they want Russia. They want Ukraine not to join NATO in the coming future, and the new occupied regions in Ukraine. They're gonna discuss if they're gonna change it to Russia. This is what I've heard. Maybe it's wrong. They're gonna change occupied region in Russia by Ukraine with the occupied region in Ukraine by Russia. But Russia is not invited, and Europeans are not invited, so they feel like they've been kept in the dark. But it all started when Israel betrayed Ukraine. I made a video about that, and even I talked about how Ukraine was not a like priority for the American administration. Although President Joe Biden, former president, he was very interested in supporting, but he didn't go like boots on the ground and stuff. So President Trump, he cannot do that when the situation like is like they feel like it is very hard to change the tide, and the Russians they have actually won that one. This is what I believe the Americans are thinking, and they better do peace. Remember, said to President Zelensky, please take the chance. They had a chance for some kind of peace. Maybe the Russians, they said to Zelensky, President Zelensky, you want to have peace? Let's negotiate. And I made a video, and I said, negotiate. I believe after the pipeline that exploded in Germany. So I said, don't hesitate. Do negotiation with Russia, but of course He did not, and now he is not even having a chance to negotiate. So he is outside the negotiation between Russians and Americans, meaning that Americans will not do as Europeans and President Zelensky want, but they will do like maybe they're gonna go be like best friend for Russia and stuff, and they're gonna leave Ukraine aside and Europe, even Europe aside. So Europe and Ukraine they need to have the struggle on their own, and it's hard. They don't know if they had Russia as an enemy. They don't want to have another enemy like USA. So these two guys, Russia and USA, they can join forces and become united against the rest of like NATO. And we see that in Iraq, in Syria, actually, when the uh, Kurdish these are supported by USA, they are attacking the Turkish in Syria. So they have fightings and people are killed in that region. We have the Morning Star. See this stuff, people. So yeah, I'm talking about this stuff, and at the same time, you are looking at the signs. So yeah, this development is very new, and many people are shocked. They didn't say that USA will do that one this turn. The policies because they were supporting Ukraine a lot, and they had like Russia major enemy, and now they said. They had this in Munich, in Germany. This American envoy, he said that actually what's troubling for Europe is the insider, like terrorists and stuff like this, and not the outsider, which is actually Russia and China. Like they had these policies before, and the Europeans and the Americans, like China or Russia. But now the Americans, like they say, they need to look inside. They have a lot of problem coming. So this is a change in the heart, in the change, wind of change. So, this song, wind of change. You don't know. This is politics. You don't have like principles and like ideology. It's about yeah, they need to have the resources guaranteed. So yeah, they dropped them. They dumped USA, dumped NATO and the Europeans and Ukraine. So they feel disappointed. I don't know how you're gonna spin that one, but of course, President Trump he um, he gave some signs before he made this decision, and some people expected that one, but they still shocked because they thought it was just only like some political maneuver, or like he's trying to give empty promises, or just to affect politics in a way. But of course, so people are just trying to have this new orientation for the American policies that affect a lot of politics in the world. So we have in Gaza, Israelis are discussing the second phase of peace deal with Hamas, and they're gonna release more. And the Israelis are protesting; they want all the hostages freed as soon as possible. So Netanyahu, he got this chance from President Trump to demand all hostages released. Otherwise, America will go in military and help achieve that goal. But Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu hesitating. He said, "Oh, maybe it will be a dangerous move, and Hamas will kill all the hostages." He don't want that. So I believe they're gonna agree on continuing negotiation. In Lebanon, they have tomorrow. Suppose Israeli will leave South Lebanon, but they said they're gonna keep 5 points, like on the mountains, to have protection from eventual attack from South Lebanon, like rockets. So the northern villages of Israel, they have their people evacuated. They want them back. and they don't feel safe unless the Israelis stay up in the mountains in South Lebanon. And Lebanese new president Joseph Aoun, and he said you need to pull out tomorrow as agreement. Were like saying if the Hezbollah he is not like showing any military activity or is withdrawn from the South Lebanon. So Israel supposedly will leave Lebanon, but now they're gonna say we're gonna stay a little bit, check this stuff out, and we need to have 5 points on the mountains. So yeah, we see tomorrow what will happen, and of course anything can happen tomorrow, but the pressure all is on the Lebanese president and the Lebanese army, supposedly to take over the South Lebanon when Israeli withdraw because of the vacuum. Or if they withdraw, somebody else will take the security. And now Israel they're gonna withdraw, and they're gonna leave for the Lebanese army to control that area. Otherwise, they are not going to leave. They said. So yeah, yet to see tomorrow what's happening. So yeah, it's a lot of development, and so this a lot of pictures I know, but these pictures are actually last week and this week. And here we have from yesterday, 16. You see here, people, 16 February. You see here a spaceship of Netanyahu. See the sky. So this is enlarged. So yeah, the picture was not because it was cloudy. It's not very clear. This one is split, and this one is big actually, but hardly to see because of the weather. So this is some morning star picture. So yeah, this is what's going on. Let's see. Let's see the. Let's see if I can put some. So let's see if we have something here. We're gonna read the news from Holy Land and this deal with Ukraine. So we have attack in Lebanon. Hamas leader killed in Israeli attack in Lebanon, Sidon. An Israeli strike target and killed a person in a vehicle in Lebanon, Sidon. So Hamas commander killed an Israeli strike in Lebanon. So these are not Lebanese, they are Palestinians. They're being killed. So this is between Hamas and Israel, they are having a peace deal, but they are attacking because the deal was not to attack Hamas maybe in Gaza or something like that. Otherwise, it will not work out. And Israel also wanted to get help to Gaza, but it didn't work out because they released three hostages from Israel, and Israel released a lot of like 369 or 96 Palestinian prisoners. So here, Israel says troops will stay in 5 locations across southern Lebanon. Israel announcement comes after Lebanese leader raised concern Tuesday withdrawal deadline will not be met. So Lebanese are afraid Israel will not withdraw troops, and they said we Hezbollah aside at bay. But then if Israeli don't go out, this is will help Hezbollah's justification for them to be some putting pressure on Israel because they are more effective than Lebanese army in trying to affect the situation on the ground in South Lebanon between Israel and Lebanon. So Lebanese army cannot take out the Israeli troops, but maybe Hezbollah they have some kind of experience in fighting Israel. Lebanese army is not much. So who's gonna take Israel out if not Israel withdrawn? We need to have these people who help create this peace deal, put some pressure on Israel. Otherwise, Israelis will not leave. See, they will not leave. So President Joseph Aoun raised concerns that complete withdrawal would not be achieved. We need to remain with the Israelis to defend Israel. They are temporary measures, they said. So yeah, we have also here Israel bombs in Gaza, and but it's not like the hell they promised. So they bomb a little bit. Maybe they don't want to risk the hostages. So Israel received shipment heavy bombs. So President Trump is giving a weapon to Israel to start the hell on Gaza, but they want to have the hostages released at first. Logical, maybe, but maybe it's not logical for them because you cannot be logical today. Everything is unlogical. Yeah. So we're gonna read about Ukraine. I'm gonna finish. So Ukraine uh, peace deal, negotiation in Saudi Arabia. So they got it Saudi Arabia, and Saudi Arabia is where peace supposed to be signed. Russia U.S. officials to meet in Saudi Arabia for Ukraine talks. So restoring relation between U.S. and Russia sparked concern among European leaders. So it is Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and Yuri and they will meet Marco Rubio, U.S. Secretary of State, and they're gonna meet Mike Waltz, National Security Advisor, and Special Envoy to Middle East, Steve Witkoff. They agreed on a phone call to begin negotiations on end the war. So let's see about Syria, what's going on in Syria. Clashes. Between uh, Kurds and Turkey in Syria. So we have this one. February 2025. So Pikoko, yeah. They have Pikoko. So Pikoko attack Turkey in Syria. So we don't have latest development is 6 February. So this is you have this month 3 killed in Turkish drone attack on people members in North Iraq. So we have this here. I'm gonna show it where the link. I got it saved, and I'm gonna finish. This is a headache for the new leader in Syria, and they don't want the Kurds going fighting with Turks in Syria. So see here, pro-US group attack NATO allied Turkey base. So you're gonna see the footage. We don't need to have the sound, and you're gonna see this is so pro-US group attack. This is the Kurds PKK maybe no. NATO war begins. US-backed group announced attack on Turkish base. You see how they're bombing the Turkish in Syria. So Erdogan, President Erdogan, he warned Trump also because of Gaza, I believe. So a lot of countries, Muslims and Arab countries, they rejected this Gaza plan. But of course, we don't know what will happen because not many can like say no to President Trump. You know that these guys were friends all the time, and you see how this is Kurdish attacking Turkey. So let's see. It is not spoken about widely in the news because they don't want to have this headache for the new government, Syria, new president, and of course it's not settled up yet. So yeah, this is mainly the news, and of course we're gonna see the earthquake in Santorini. If it's still ongoing, and then we're gonna finish. So So you see here we have 5, and this is Greece. So it's ongoing. We have also Peru, and we have Portugal. We have Chile 4.4, Portugal 4.8, Greece 5. You see, Peru 5.4, Japan 4.9, Western Iran, Tunisia, Chile. So yeah, not like 5. It is very worrying actually. So yeah, this is what I have for you today. So you see, we are everybody waiting what will happen the next days with this Ukraine and the Middle East, peace deals and stuff like that. And if Israel will withdraw troops from Lebanon tomorrow, and if not, what will happen and stuff like that. So yeah, that's all, people. Blessings.